Yeah. Pull up a chair. Mic check, DJ, you in the room? Turn that up. Need that needle touch wax, hear that crackle, that song and groove. That's the stories of the block spinning live in the room. From the craze to the cloud, I've been carrying the sound. Same kid on the corner, now I'm narrating the town. Golden era in my headphones. New world in my phone. Still respect the payphone. Still protecting my own. Every cipher on the stairwell was a church, was a school. Now we back to the cipher. Same heart, sharper tools. Back to the cipher. We live, we love, we learn here. DJ, you spin truth, let the whole hood burn clear. Culture in the clip, let it bang, let it bang. If you feel this, say the name, say the name. Back to the cipher. Back to the cipher. Yeah. This that uncle on the stoop talk.
Little man, keep your
Mixed with homie on a Zoom call.
plotting how we get
Talk drama, talk taxes, talk bars, talk practice, talk babies, talk ballads, talk scars, turn classics. Every verse is a voice, every guess is a page. From the barbershop debates to the mics on the stage. When the system don't see us, we still building our lane. Use the pain like a break beat, flip struggle to gain. From the vinyl in the basement to the you on the rise. From the cipher in the hallway to the light in their eyes. If you came from the silence but you dying to speak, pull up, park, here we go line for line every week. Back to the cipher. We live, we love, we learn here. DJ, you spin truth, let the whole hood burn clear. Culture in the clip, let it bang, let it bang. If you feel this, say the name, say the name. Back to the cipher. Back to the cipher. Yeah, yeah. From the vinyl in the basement to the youth on a ride. From the cipher in the hallway to the light in they eye. If you came from the silence but you dying to speak. Pull up, park, here we go line for line every week.
Yo, peace. What's up, family? Welcome back to Back the Cipher, the podcast where independent artists learn how to turn vision into legacy. I'm DJ Universe, and today's episode is a special one, real special, because last Wednesday, March 4th, something major happened. My featured episode on the Legacy Makers documentary series officially aired. And I just want to sit in that for a second, because sometimes we move so fast as creators, as entrepreneurs, as people building from the ground up, that we don't always stop and really recognize the moment. That Legacy Makers feature, for me, it represents years of work, growth, struggle, strategy, and faith in the mission. Not overnight, not luck, not some random thing that just fell out the sky. I'm talking about building, learning, failing, getting back up, trying again, moving from Ohio to Florida, starting from scratch, wearing multiple hats, artist manager, DJ, producer, engineer, content creator, podcaster, entrepreneur, all of that. So yeah, I'm grateful, I'm proud, and I think it's important to celebrate those wins when they happen. But here's the key thing I want to talk about today. Success is not just about celebration, it's about leverage. That's the whole message of this episode, because a lot of people will get a media moment, a feature, an interview, a documentary appearance, and they'll post it for a day, maybe 2 days, maybe a week if they're really stretching it, and then the moment disappears. The attention fades, the energy fades, the opportunity fades. And I'm like, nah. If you've been blessed with visibility, you gotta build around it. That's what this moment represents to me. Not just, hey, look what happened, but okay, now what can this do? How can this help independent artists? How can this grow the community? How can this expand down bylaw management? How can this turn exposure into opportunity? That's the real question. Because if the moment only gives you applause, that's nice. But if the moment gives you infrastructure, relationships, leads, trust, and a system that keeps helping people long after the episode airs, now you're talking legacy for real. And that's why I wanted to frame this episode as a continuation, not just a celebration. The Legacy Makers feature was the spark, but the bigger movement is what comes next. The bigger movement is taking that media moment and using it to bring in artists who need guidance, artists who need clarity, artists who need somebody to show them there actually is a blueprint. There is a process. There is a way to stop moving in circles and start building with intention. So, yeah, today we celebrate. Absolutely. We give thanks for the milestone, for the platform, for the years of work that led here. But we also recognize something deeper. We recognize that moments like this are tools. They're launch pads. They're proof that if you stay consistent and keep faith in the mission, doors can open. And when those doors open, you don't just walk through them alone. You hold them open for the next wave. That's where my mind is at right now. That's the energy. That's the mindset. Legacy Makers was a major moment, but it was also a signal that now it's time to build even bigger, even smarter, and even more intentionally for the independent artist community. So, let's get into the strategy side, because this is where a lot of artists miss it. When opportunities like Legacy Makers come along, you don't just celebrate them, you build systems around them. I co-own the content connected to my episode, which means I have the ability to actually use that moment, not just admire it. I can use it to grow my community, help independent artists, expand down by law management, and turn exposure into opportunity. That part matters a lot. Right now, I'm reaching out to artists on social media. Simple, direct, intentional outreach. Connecting, starting conversations, letting people know what's available. And when I connect with artists, I send them to a landing page on my website, downbylawmanagementllc.com. That page is important because it gives artists a clear next step, not just inspiration, but action. They can enter their contact information, and they can download my free PDF for independent artists. Now, on the surface, somebody might say, okay, cool, it's a free download, but it's deeper than that. That PDF is designed to help artists understand the blueprint for building their careers the right way. So already, value is being exchanged. They're not being hit with fluff. They're getting something useful, something educational, something that can help them see the bigger picture. But something deeper is happening behind the scenes too. And this is the part I really want artists and entrepreneurs to catch. When artists download that free guide, they don't just receive a document. They enter a community pipeline. Their contact information helps build a lead list. From there, automated emails welcome them into the Down by Law ecosystem. And I know sometimes people hear automation and immediately think spam, pressure, all that. Nah. This isn't spam marketing. This is community infrastructure. There's a difference. The goal is to educate artists, provide resources, build trust, and offer real services that help them grow. That journey matters because one artist may come in just curious, another may come in frustrated and not know what to do next, another may already have talent, songs, maybe even some motion, but no structure. So the system creates a pathway. First contact, then value, then follow-up, then trust, then conversation, then clarity around what support makes sense for that artist. That's how you build something sustainable. That's how you stop letting attention go to waste. And this is also where the sales team comes in, like we talked about in that recent episode about expanding down by law management. Artists who download the guide and request a conversation can be contacted by a sales associate. The sales team helps explain the services we provide, including artist mentorship, artist management, production services, DJ services, and brand development. They also introduce artists to products and creative opportunities connected to the ecosystem, like the Soul Legacy shoe line, apparel collections, music releases, and creative collaborations. So when I say turning exposure into a system, that's what I mean. Social outreach brings people in. The landing page captures interest. The free PDF delivers education. The automated follow-up builds trust. The team helps guide artists into the right next steps. It's all connected. It's not random. It's not just posting and hoping. It's building a real funnel, a real community pathway, and a real business structure that can serve people at multiple levels. That's leverage. That's using a media moment the right way. And at the center of all of this, I want to make this crystal clear. The goal isn't just selling services. It's not just, hey, let's get somebody on a call and close something. That's too small. The goal is helping artists become financially independent in their artistry. That's the bigger mission. That's what Down by Law Management stands for. Because there are so many talented people out here with gifts, with vision, with real potential, but they don't have a framework. They don't have support. They don't have a system to help turn art into an actual business and an actual legacy. So when we talk about helping artists, we're talking about helping them build real brands, generate revenue, grow their audiences, and create long-term opportunities, not just short-term hype, not just one song, one post, one quick pop, and then it's gone. I mean, something they can stand on, something they can own, something that keeps working for them. Because artistry without structure can leave people stuck. But artistry with strategy, that can change a life. And I say that from experience. When you come from humble beginnings, when you've had to build from scratch, you start understanding that every move has to mean something. Every connection matters. Every piece of content can serve a purpose. Every media opportunity can become a doorway. So, for me, helping artists become entrepreneurs in their own right, that's powerful. Teaching them how to think beyond the song and into the brand, beyond the brand and into the revenue, beyond the revenue and into long-term ownership. That's the shift. Because once an artist enters the system, they become part of something bigger than a transaction. They become part of a movement centered on education, community, creativity, and opportunity. Some will need mentorship, some will need management, some will need production, some will need branding help, some will need collaboration. The point is, there's now an ecosystem designed to meet artists where they are and help move them from confusion to clarity. That's huge. That's not just business, that's service. So today, yes, we celebrate the Legacy Makers episode. We celebrate the milestone, the visibility, the proof of what years of work, growth, struggle, strategy, and faith in the mission can lead to. But we also recognize something deeper. Moments like that are just the beginning. Because when you combine media exposure, community support, strategic funnels, and real business infrastructure, you don't just make content, you build legacy systems. If you're an independent artist looking to grow your career, visit downbylawmanagementllc.com. Download the free guide, join the community, start building the future of your artistry with intention. This is DJ Universe, and as always, back the cipher. We got more coming, so stay locked in. Teamwork makes the dream work, and hustle is the muscle that moves mountains. So on that note, until the next episode, gratitude, blessings, and one love. Peace.
Here's DJU. Walk in the room, that's proof. Blueprint tucked in the suit. Turn every bar to a business move. Down by law management, say it with respect. Name on the paperwork, name on the check. Ownership talks, I don't flex on credit. Put my people in position, then I go let them set it. We don't chase cosigns, we sign our own. Turn a mixtape dream to a bossed up home. From the basement grind to the boardroom seats. Got a LLC for the legacy, not just tweets. This that on your masters, this that on your mind. We building brands for the long run, not just a quick shine. Down by law, we stand on it. Heavy on the code, keep our hands on it. Independent, but the power feel enormous. Strategy and honor, that's the real performance. Down by law management, write it in stone. We don't rent respect, we buy back the throne. For the culture, for the fan, for the ones who believe. This is CEO anthem, we were born to lead. Let's go. I see a hungry artist, I see a future boss. Teach them equity and leverage, how to price they cost. Show them how to make a catalog. Move like stock, make the merch feel rare, make the logo talk. Brand on point from the rollout plan to the drop date, timing to the core date. One fans, we break bread fair. Loyal to the soil, never snake the circle, keep the contracts loyal. I'm talking late night calls, early AM flights. Turn pain into product, turn struggle into rights. Got lawyers on the line, got mentors in the room. If they try to play the culture, we return with truth. We stand on it, heavy on the code, keep our hands on it. Independent, but the power feel enormous. Strategy and honor, that's the real performance. Down by law management, write it in stone. We don't rent respect, we buy back the throne. For the culture, for the fam, for the ones who believe. This is CEO anthem, we were born to lead. Who taught you how to read that deal? Who told you that your art worth real? Who showed you that your face could be a seal on a company you built that's generational still? We ain't just chasing charts, we chasing freedom. Turn every last fan to a kingdom, we lead them. Down by law, that's the code, that's the creed. We don't just win alone, we make leaders succeed. Down by law, we stand on it. Heavy on the code, keep our hands